staff with Hamilton Business Phone Systems. Choose better and hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Old School with DP and J.
And, this part of camp it happens in high school camp, when they have a certain amount of time before their game, before school starts and all that. And then it happens in college and it happens in the pros. I had more fights with some of my good friends, the guys that I'm considered lifelong friends at this point in camp than with some over-energized rookie trying to make a name for himself. Seriously.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Sea-Doo dealership. Score up to $300 off or a free 2-year warranty on 2024 Sea-Doo Sparks and $500 off or a free 2-year warranty on all other brand new 2024 Sea-Doos. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of September. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of motorcycles and watercraft in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Nebraskans are proud of their public schools. Hi, I'm Tim Royers. As a Nebraska Teacher of the Year, I traveled across the state and saw the value public schools bring to our communities every day. They're where our kids get the skills and opportunities they need to succeed. They're where families come together to enjoy a musical, cheer for our teams, talk with teachers, and build trusted relationships. Strong public schools create strong communities.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Truck Month is back. We have absolutely gigantic savings right now at Koppel. They are offering $12,500 off on select new pickups. That is not a mistake. You heard right. $12,500 off list price right now on select new pickups. Those discounted units, though, will not last long. These are all manager specials. You have to come in now, so hurry in down 144th Street or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Stock number G356093 must trade.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
If you're looking for tickets to the Colorado game, 93.7 The Ticket has you covered. There are 3 different ways to win one of 4 pairs of tickets. 1, like our 93.7 The Ticket page on Facebook and share the post. 2, follow our 93.7 The Ticket account on Twitter and repost the announcement post. 3, come on down to 1040 O Street, buy a drink from the mill, and enter your name in the box. All drawings will be done at noon on Friday. Get entered now.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in to Ticket Weeknights. This is the debut of Spare Time with Jillian Martin and Kayla Starr. The second bowling show we have going on tomorrow. We will have another one, but this is the debut. Again, if you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685. That's the Starter Heyman text line. And if you want to put a face to the voice, use the streams, Facebook, YouTube, X. And if you got Allo Cable, Allo Channel 961. Without further ado, with the house cleaning out of the way, let's go ahead and bring them in for their first show right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Jillian Martin and Kayla Starr. Guys, how's it going on this Monday night?
It's going good. Pretty good, yeah. Just having a good time. We're here.
So. Are you guys excited?
Yes,
Good.
yeah, obviously.
Okay, so for the first show, kind of want to get to know you because this is going to be weekly, every Monday, 9 o'clock, unless, of course, they're somewhere on the road. So let's go ahead and start with Jillian. Just a little bit of a background. Where are you from and when you really started getting into bowling?
Yeah, so I'm from Stowe, Ohio. I think I bowled a lot of birthday parties when I was little, and I just really enjoyed it. So kind of as I got older, got more into it, bowled in adult junior league with my dad. My uncle was pretty in it, and so he helped me really get to that next level, and then started competing in tournaments when I was about 9 and kind of got good more at the national level when I was closer to 13, 14, and just kind of really took off from there. So been doing it for a while now, but I love every minute.
Hey, you said your uncle really helped you out. What's kind of his background that he was a trusted source and really helped you along your career early on?
Yeah, so he actually ran tournaments in Ohio for the United States Bowling Congress, USBC. And so he did a lot of that stuff, and we just kind of got used to that, and he just came and helped me along the way.
Absolutely. And then anybody else in the family got bowling backgrounds? Because I mean, everybody knows you got quite the resume already. So where does a lot of that come from? Is this like a big, or is it just the uncle? Or has bowling been, kind of a big part of the family for a while?
Great grandpa. So
okay, so it does go back.
Yeah, my uncle's dad, my great uncle's dad, that I was just talking about. So my great grandpa did a lot. He was actually on the Goodyear bowling team in Ohio. Yeah, like a long time ago. We have a Goodyear jersey. It's actually super cool. But yeah, so he was really good kind of in his time. Never got to meet him, but yeah, so that's kind of who passed it along to my uncle. And then neither of my parents really, but my uncle kind of passed that along to me. So
absolutely. And what kind of role did your parents have? Because obviously with bowling, you get still traveling. I don't know what the equipment looks like when you start getting really serious. I was part of a bowling league when I was really young, but I was more there for the fries and bowling alley cheeseburgers at the end of it. So at what point, did your parents kind of play in really helping you identifying that, she's pretty good at this and let's do what we can to support her?
I think both my parents have kind of always been that way. My dad really drove me to a lot of tournaments when I was younger. So even when I was like 10, 11, 12, probably close to that like 11, 12 area, we would actually drive out to Chicago a lot for tournaments. So that was like a 6-hour drive for us. And we just kind of stayed too in the Great Lakes area. So there were a couple different tours that just kind of ran around there. And so we did a lot of that stuff. And my dad actually set me up with the coach who I work with now, but that coach is actually from the suburbs of Chicago. My dad would drive me out there like 2 weekends every month
wow.
while I was in high school. So every Friday I got done with school, we'd drive straight to Chicago, get a little bit of time in Friday night, Saturday, Sunday morning, drive home Sunday night. And this was before I could drive, so he did all the heavy work there. He did a lot of taking me to tournaments too. And so he really helped facilitate that connection, which I think definitely helped me get to the next level. And then my mom has just been supportive 100%, just coming to tournaments when she can and just making everything work kind of with her work life too. So they've both been awesome. But yeah, they've been super supportive.
And what are the parents' names?
My dad's name is John and my mom's name is Lori.
John and Laura. Yeah, I understand. Like when you're the daughter or son, it feels weird to call them by their names. But for everybody out there listening, I want to give them their due credit for obviously helping you out because now you're at Nebraska Bowling. Obviously, pretty, I don't even want to say it. It's a great program that Nebraska Bowling's had for a very long time now, and Coach Klemp has been a big part of that. All right, moving on here to Kayla Starr. A little bit of your background. Where are you from, and who are the parents, and when did bowling, really pick up for you?
Yeah, I'm from Crofton, Maryland. My parents are Ed and Joanna Starr. I started bowling when I was 4, just kind of in league. Didn't love it from the Kids Bowl free program. So did that, played other sports. Then I got to like 10, 11, bowled junior gold, didn't bowl very good. So I decided, oh, I actually need to get better at bowling. And yeah, the rest is history.
And then at what point you said you started bowling when you were 4? At what point did it really start taking off in terms of like, I'm good at this and I have a real shot to do something special with it?
Probably like 12. And then I started like really taking it seriously when I was 13.
Okay, 13 is
Yeah.
when you really start taking it seriously.
Mhm.
And then what does that look like for, especially in the youth? Because I think, if there are really good bowlers out there, if they're listening right now, how do you kind of get out there to actually get to that point where you're not just bowling for fun, you're bowling to get better and actually preparing the right way for a possible college career?
Mhm. Yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunities for us in general, just as kids. A lot of people ran a lot of great programs and tours, and so we were able to bowl a lot of tournaments.
Okay. What about you, Jillian?
I think for me, it was just kind of setting myself up with the right people. Obviously, the youth tournaments really facilitated that because just kind of getting to travel for those, I think you generate a lot of connections there. And so that's kind of how I was able to find those people to help set me up. But I mean, I think it goes back to kind of the same things at any sport, like just that constant practice, that constant drive to get better and just to want to be the best. And I think if you kind of get to that and you surround yourself with the right people, I mean, sky's the limit.
Yeah, and I do want to talk about why you guys chose Nebraska. But before we even get there, since you guys are at where you're right now, what are some of those early things that you maybe warn young bowlers about? Things that it's like, if you want to be good at this, you got to focus on this thing, maybe not so much of like the outside noise. What are some of those easy things that you can really excel, help your career out if you want to get serious about this?
I think for me, like, I always tell people like ball motion. So like bowling is very complicated, and I'm sure we'll probably get into that at some point. But just like all the different dynamics and things that go into it, it's really crazy. But ball motion's a big one. So with the oil they put out on the lane, basically how the ball is reacting and how it's going through the pins. And I think the more you can focus on that when you're younger, it just kind of sets you up for later in life because it's really helpful in a tournament setting. And then kind of along with that on the physical side, like obviously fundamentals need to be sound 100%. You know that in every sport. But with that, like the versatility in bowling is a really big thing because you can get your ball to do different things on the lane. And ultimately, that just helps you get the ball through the pins the right way, which helps you find more success because you're striking more. So, yeah.
And what do you mean, like, when in terms of, I know you're talking about kind of like the alleys, looking at the oil on the floor. Is that something you see? Is that something you got to bowl on to get a feel for? How does that work?
Yeah, so they have like oil machines. And so basically, the brand Kegel in Brunswick, actually, too, they create different types of oil. And they go into these machines. And effectively, these machines lay clear oil down on the lane so you can't see it at all. You really don't have any idea what's happening. But there's oil there, and that's what kind of affects when you see that ball like hook and curve. The oil is affecting like kind of how that happens and how the ball gets to the pins from that point on. And so it's an invisible playing field, and we just kind of have to work around it. It just develops throughout the day. It makes bowling really complicated, but to me, it also makes it super fun because you're always learning and trying new things. So yeah.
Yeah, I blame a lot of my bowling scores on the oil.
Yeah.
I can't ever quite tell why they hit the gutter. So,
I know.
Kayla, I'll ask you, talking about the complexity of it, at what point did you really start registering and being able to identify some of the more complex elements of bowling as opposed for most people when they're starting just trying to bowl straight?
Yeah, I think at first I focused primarily on just like building a very strong fundamental, maybe until I was like 14, 15. Even still, obviously, we work on things from time to time that get out of whack. But I'd say more recently that I just started like working on patterns, seeing ball motion, things like that. We still work on it all the time. But you can never really know it all. Like, there's just always more out there for you to learn. So.
And is the oil, do you have to keep track of that throughout the entire thing? Like, does it change pretty frequently, or is it like once you kind of identify it, it's good for that meet or event?
So the covers on the ball actually absorb oil, and so different bowling balls have different covers. That's why, like, a lot of times at the higher level, you'll see people with a lot of bowling balls in their bags. And so based on those covers, there's a different absorption rate of the oil, and kind of based on what they do, you use different ones at different times. But so because the bowling balls absorb oil, the oil is always changing. And so we have to adjust around that. We have to make moves. We have to do whatever we need to do in the moment. And so it's really something you have to train your eye to see so that you understand how to make those moves and those adjustments on the fly. Because if not, then you're kind of screwed. So
So like in one game, by say you're you're on par for 300 and you want to keep hitting the exact same shot over and over, you're saying that by the end, even though you did everything right like you did earlier on, you might get different results?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so it is that fast.
Yeah, it can be that fast. Yeah.
Okay, and then does it vary quite a bit when you're going from bowling alley to bowling alley and like how they treat their lanes?
100%.
Yeah, even pair to pair in different places, like because when we bowl, we switch pairs after every game,
Mhm.
and I mean, you can agree with this. Like every pair is different. Even the lanes on each pair are different. So yeah.
Yeah. It's a whole other factor too, because the topography of the lane, like you don't know that either. And so the little minute differences, like based on where people are throwing. So a lot of times in like your typical league, people play up 10. And so we call that like the track.
Mhm.
But because so many bowling balls are hitting there, like over and over and over again, it actually affects the lane surface and the topography. And so each lane is different when you go to a bowling alley. So those are pretty minute differences, but they still can play an overall factor in like how our ball is actually rolling.
What does the scouting report look like? Is this something where you're because I'd imagine during the day it probably changes on a daily basis with the oil. So is a scouting report like right before you start, or is it the day before you're getting comfortable, kind of getting a feel of just all those small elements?
Um, hold on. What are we talking about?
Like for words I
I
want
don't
to try
think
is
we
like
have one.
scouting.
I don't think we have one.
Okay.
Like, are you talking about like rankings? Like,
No, scouting in terms of like you're going to a different bowling alley. Like, do you scout the lanes ahead of time? Is it
Oh.
like right before? Is it the day before?
Okay. We basically don't know a whole lot, and not all bowling alleys have like topography reports. So we get the oil pattern a week before.
Okay, so you do get something a week before.
Yeah,
to
so we
kinda
get the
prepare.
oil pattern, and then the whole other thing that we have to like figure out is the actual lane surface. So what lanes they've installed are all different based on the bowling alley. So we also figure out like, oh, are we bowling on like HPL? That's a type of lane, or like Pro Am lane. That's another type of lane. And so like those things can also play a role.
Is it
So-
wildly different between those lanes, or
Yeah, it's so crazy. There's like literally, I think that we could go every week on a different topic and like
We'd
just
never run
cover.
out of things.
Yeah, we wouldn't run out of things.
Yeah, see, these are the small things
Yeah.
that make me feel a lot better when I go bowling.
Exactly. Now you know. You can be like, oh, that lane surface is just so messed up.
It wasn't me. It was the
No,
oil.
the
It was
lane's
just the
tilted.
topography is terrible. on that.
Exactly. That's why.
Okay, and then what are like when it comes to bowling balls? It's fun talking this because bowlers. What surprises me, well, I shouldn't say surprises me. You guys are very picky about which bowling balls you like to use, and it changes over time. So for you guys, what are the best bowling balls out there? What do you really prefer? And I know Coach Klempa has his say too on which bowling balls are work, which one he likes. So for you guys, give me the bowling balls that you like to go with.
I mean, like brand or like
You can go brand and model. You can
I
go
mean, we've
all
always
detail.
thrown Storm. Just growing up, that's just always what I threw. And so, yeah. I mean, I think they make the best products, but
What is it about Storm that you like so much?
I
Is it just
think-
the feel?
yeah, not even that. Just I know how much research they put behind their products, and so it's very easy for you to like trust in what they're throwing, and like there's always just so much that they're doing for bowling.
Jillian, what about you?
I throw Storm too. So within them, they have Storm, Roto Grip, 900 Global. My favorite bowling balls from 900 Global is the Volatility Torque.
See,
It's discontinued, but it's my favorite. I absolutely love it. So we have a little stockpile of those right now. But yeah, same thing. I've just basically thrown them for a while now. Like I can't remember the last time I haven't thrown a bowling ball from them. But I just like what I see whenever I throw them, and it's just visually appeasing to me. So yeah.
And then are you guys quick to try new things, or are you pretty stagnant on like, no, this is the ball. I don't want to mess up what I have going for me right now. I've got this bowling ball dialed in, or do you guys go ahead and try different ones from year to year?
We try new bowling balls all the time.
Okay, so
Literally,
you are
it could be,
testing
you
it
could
out.
be mid game
Yeah.
and you're gonna change bowling balls. Like you
Yeah.
10 pin and you're like, oh no, I'm changing bowling balls. I'm not throwing this anymore.
Okay, then give me your second. Give me
Yeah.
your second if we got some options here.
Well, it depends on. This is where we go back to oil. It's like crazy. So
Yeah.
it depends on what oil is out there.
Mhm.
So like if there's more oil, we probably want to throw like a ball that's like a solid, which is it creates more traction, so it picks up earlier, and so that way like we can get it to shape more.
Is it fair to say it's almost like a golfer's golf bag?
That's
How they
yeah.
got multiple clubs?
So that's almost sometimes like people use that as an example. Basically, we're effectively golfing on a golf course, but like we don't know where the rough is, we don't know where the bunkers, we don't know where anything is because
Yeah.
we're on like an invisible playing field. all we know is where the hole is, and we're just trying to get the ball to the hole, but we have absolutely no idea what obstacles are in our way until we like play on it once. And then we just have to go back.
Yeah, and it's like you'll still hit the hole. You might not strike.
Yeah.
Like you can hit the pocket and 7-10.
Yeah.
Okay, and then one other thing I got for you guys, and then I do want to dive into a little bit Nebraska. We might have to do it on the other side here if we run out of time. But talking to some of the previous bowling shows, everybody's kind of got their own style, is what I get out of it. So give me your guys' bowling style. Some people are just got straight power. Some people got a lot more finesse to it. Jillian, I'll start with you, and it might even vary. You might got a little bit of everything going on.
I feel like I lean towards like I want to say aggression, but basically just like knowing what's the word? I can't think of the right word. I'll go with power, but also
Okay.
like versatility with them. That's like I kind of pride myself on that because I just think that being versatile allows you to succeed in multiple situations. So yeah.
Kayla, what about you?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I think we joke about it all the time, but like I love to get in and hook the ball. So we've been working on trying to get away from that, just because you can't play the lanes like that all the time. But I would say that I like to get in, get left, and hook the ball.
Okay, and then hook the ball quite literally means we're just hooking it, right? When it
Like-
gets to the end there, just a hard hook.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I gotta ask these terms here because some of these, even though they might seem simple, might still fly over my head. Few things, still got a little bit of time here left, so let's go ahead and dive into it. What point were you actually looking at Division I colleges for bowling, and then when did Nebraska kind of catch the eye or even reach out to you?
For me, I feel like I was probably looking at schools kind of when I started high school, just kind of in that. Like I knew I wanted to go to the next level collegiately, but I knew the top schools. I'll put it that way. So I
Right,
knew
you
the
were
top
serious
schools
about it already.
but I didn't know exactly like which ones I wanted to go to or like visit and do that. And so for me, kind of when we got closer, so my sophomore year of high school was when COVID hit. So I couldn't go on a visit like junior year. But I believe Coach Klumper reached out whatever the first day that they can reach out is. So he reached out that day. And so we had talked a little bit back and forth. And then at Junior Gold, it's like the premier national youth tournament for bowling. And so we had a meeting while we were there. Just talked some things through, kind of got everything set, and then decided to come on a visit. And so I came here. Was it October? October of my senior year. So that would be October of 21. And this was my 4th official visit. I had one more after this, but after I was here and just on my visit, I knew I wanted to come here.
What was it that really stuck out?
The people, I think, like for me, it's a combination between. Honestly, I guess I could say the culture because it's a combination between the people and like how all athletes are treated here, and then along with that, like the facilities and things that we get, and so just kind of like the culture that is within Nebraska, and just kind of what that brings when you say that name. So yeah.
Yeah, totally fair because that's why I'm in Lincoln. I love Lincoln simply for the culture. I love the nice
100%.
people. Feels like student athletes, just your everyday people walking around. I had my car break down. It was a few weeks ago. Maybe there for half an hour. Had 5 cars pull over. You all right? Like it's just a nice feeling. It feels like everybody's watching each other's backs here in Nebraska. All right, Kayla, what about you? When did bowling become real to you? And it's point you're like, I'm good enough. I can go D1 and do this. And then which schools started reaching out to you? When did Nebraska really pop?
Yeah, I think I always knew I wanted to bowl collegiately when I was like 13 or 14. And like Jillian said, you kind of know what the top schools are. Coach Klumper reached out to me the first day he could. So it was the end of my sophomore year. I don't know. First day he
Around
could.
there, though.
Offered me a visit. Obviously, I kind of knew I wanted to come here, but I was like, yeah, I want to come on a visit. How could I not? I went on an unofficial to Maryland Eastern Shore, but I didn't have any other visits lined up. I talked to a couple other schools, but I came on my visit in November of my junior year, and I gave Coach Klumpa my verbal on my visit because I just knew I loved it here.
And then what were the things that really popped when you got to Nebraska?
It's honestly the same thing that Jillian said. It's just like you get treated just like every other athlete here, and something that's really, really hard to find, especially when you're in bowling.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Last time Nebraska bowling won a national championship, it was fun. I went to some of the bars, every TV, Nebraska bowling. Like you don't you don't necessarily get that everywhere else you go.
Mhm.
Like if you succeed, if you put in the hard work, the people will come and support you here at
Mhm.
Nebraska. And that's what I love about it. We see it with volleyball, with volleyball day. You see it with Nebraska softball, Nebraska baseball. Like if you, succeed and you're making the Nebraska alumni, the Nebraska M proud, like the people will come and give you
Mhm.
the deserved flowers. With that being said, we'll go ahead and throw it to our first break here. Again, this is the debut of Spare Time with Jillian Martin and Kayla Starr, a couple of Nebraska bowlers here. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep it rolling on Ticket Weeknights.
In today's digital landscape, the security of your business is non-negotiable. That's why you need better cybersecurity solutions. At Hamilton, we make it our business to protect your network, data, and digital assets with the latest in cybersecurity technology. Our dedicated team of experts has the technology in place to protect what matters most to you and your business. Stay ahead of cyber threats with better cybersecurity protection. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Riddles Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddles Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddles Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddles Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddles Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddles inside Gateway Mall.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a slight chance of showers and storms this morning. Otherwise, probably the mostly sunny skies expected. An afternoon high around 85. Tonight, mostly clear skies with an overnight low around 58. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies return. We'll see a high around 77. I'm meteorologist Kyle Kleckner for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
You've seen them come and go. Franchise testosterone clinics that pop up and then whoosh, they're gone.
These franchise clinics quickly find out it's not easy to compete with Limitless Mail. Limitless is locally owned and operated with a flawless protocol that has elevated them to be the best in men's testosterone replacement and sexual performance. By adding GLP-1s, our patients are losing weight in a healthy way. To feel your optimal best, schedule a free consult at limitlessmail.com.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
In today's digital landscape, the security of your business is non-negotiable. That's why you need better cybersecurity solutions. At Hamilton, we make it our business to protect your network, data, and digital assets with the latest in cybersecurity technology. Our dedicated team of experts has the technology in place to protect what matters most to you and your business. Stay ahead of cyber threats with better cybersecurity protection. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Riddles Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddles Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddles Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest, and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddles Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddles Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddles inside Gateway Mall.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in to Ticket Weeknights. Again, this is the debut of Spare Time, a couple of Nebraska bowlers with Jillian Martin and Kayla Starr. If you guys want to join in, use the streams. You can put a face to the voice. Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo, channel 961, 402-464-5685. Starter Heyman text line still open to you as well. All right, talking about this, we kind of figured out your background, how you got to Nebraska. Now I want to ask a little bit about maybe some of the pressure or some of the responsibility when it comes to Nebraska bowling. This program's been around for 25, I think going on 26 years now, 8 national titles within that time span. So when it comes to a room where it's a powerhouse when it comes to bowling, how do you guys kind of handle that outside noise and just locking in on getting better day by day? And I'll let either one of you start.
You can start. You've been here longer.
I think it's just kind of one of those things, just going about it. There can be a pressure with like kind of knowing that you're at the top and one of the best, but at the same time, it can also be really fun. And so just kind of being able to like recognize that and kind of what kind of past teams have built, but also being able to work on that and just put in that work with the people around you. You're just around so many like-minded individuals, and we just all want to be the absolute best that we can be. And so it just goes back to having fun and being able to commit to that every single day. And I think that it really shows, it works. But yeah, we all just really like to put in the work, and so just showing up for everyone.
Yeah, I agree. It's like a privilege to be here because it's like what comes before us. I think we put a really big emphasis on that, but also like we are also very confident in the sense that it's like we can go out there and go be great and just do that.
Yeah, and you see that in a lot of successful programs, no matter, which sport it is. If it's built on the people of the past, like you don't get the national titles without those teams before you. And I think Coach Klempa and just all the bowlers together do a really good job at understanding we're here because it was built before us. What does that alumni network look like with those previous bowlers? Because it seems like a pretty tight knit circle. Once you're a Nebraska bowler, it feels like you're always a Nebraska bowler.
Oh, definitely. And we have a lot of alumni out there too, like on the professional tour and just kind of doing those things. And no matter like we see them in and out of events, no matter where we are or like what we're doing, but they're always just 100% supportive. And I actually got to bowl a Team USA event with Shayna Blahowski. And so she's a past Husker bowler, but it was funny. We actually roomed together, but it was really awesome. She was also assistant coach for a year here too, so that's really cool. But yeah, she was just super supportive, always there for me, always looking out for me. And I think that really goes for all of our alumni here. Just kind of once you get into that program, they're just always willing to give that support, always have someone to talk to, and just they're amazing. So yeah.
Yeah. I think it also really shows with JB coming back to be our assistant coach after she had such a great career here. It really shows obviously this program means a lot to you as a player, but the fact that she's still like she bowls on tour, but she still wants to come back and help us and basically give back to us, I think really speaks volumes.
Do they reach back out quite a bit to you guys like throughout the season? Or does Coach Klempa bring them in, occasionally for speeches? I know every program does a little bit differently.
Last year, was it last year? I believe maybe it was my freshman year. I'm not 100% sure. But when Coach Rob got inducted into the Hall of Fame, a lot of them came back and it was really awesome because we got to like talk to them and just had that experience. That was my freshman year. That was definitely my freshman year. But yeah, and they were just super nice there. And I know like last year too, kind of with us bowling through postseason and stuff, a lot of the alumni will actually try to like come out to our events, which is super cool. And they'll definitely reach out and just kind of do all that stuff. And like I said too, like there's been a few events that I've bowled and they've been there and they're just always there, supportive, 100%, have your back. And so it's just really nice to have that. I think it makes you feel very comforted.
Absolutely. And then for those who guys want to check you out when you guys bowl here at home, where do you guys bowl? And do you guys know when that first one is?
We bowl at Hollywood. Right now it is TBD, I think, as far as like the date and everything. Because it's not actually in our schedule. We're trying to
Still
get
be
like
decided.
we're just trying to get a few more confirmations, just make sure everything's in place. But that should be announced soon. So hopefully I'll have an answer soon and everyone can come watch.
And then I always got to ask, because there's some of these sports where people, they do want to watch, especially when it is a great program that's got a lot of just success under its belt. I know they have the trackers. How do people watch you when the season really starts to get up and running if they want to check out Nebraska bowling on a consistent basis?
Husker Women Bowling Facebook page. So we live stream our events, and then also our Instagram. I think it's just Husker Bowling. Our SID is awesome. We'll post like all of our stuff and just stats and whatnot for every day. So yeah, you can keep up with
And
that way.
what's the fan experience like? Because it's fun talking to the gymnastics athletes because they got to sell. It's like, no, it's a party. Like there's songs. They want you to get up. They want you to dance, clap. What's the fan experience like if they want to go watch some bowling?
I feel like it's one of those things where bowling can be like kind of, it's not necessarily the funnest thing to watch if you don't necessarily know what's going on, but at the same time, I think a couple years ago when we had our event here, there was actually a lot of athletes here and just like cheering us on and doing stuff. And it was a really cool culture just to like have them all behind us. And I think that the fans can really make it anything they want it to be. So if you want to be up there, you want to have a good time, then it's just kind of that. And like, we'll kind of play into that. If not, that doesn't have to be the case, but it's definitely more fun when the fans are having fun.
Yeah. What was that experience like? Having that, like, you kind of mentioned it, but like, how cool is that? And is that, maybe a little bit Nebraska special, or do you see that other places?
I think definitely Nebraska special. And just same thing too. Talking with other athletes in the athletic department, they're always like, "Hey, when are you going to be home? When can we come watch you? When can we come see you?" And I think that is really special for Nebraska. And just athletes supporting athletes all the time, 100%. And it's really cool to have that culture.
Absolutely. I do love that. It's very cool. And I give, all the coaches a lot of credit. They push that. It's like you're representing the M, not just your program. And you see athletes cross over, they might go watch swim and dive. They might go watch gymnastics. Jillian, what's it like for you to kind of have that fan interaction, that fan experience where there is a certain amount of care that people really do want to see this program succeed?
It's nice to know. I think it's just like I said before, it's nice to know like you're supported and just know that people care about you and your program and your success. And I think it also makes putting in the work like that much more fun because it's like, wow, it's not only paying off for me, but it's paying off for me, my team, and everyone else who's supporting and who kind of has a shared interest in this. And so I just think it means a lot.
Kayla, what about you? What are you looking forward to here?
Yeah, I would say I think it's really unique just when I tell people, "Oh, I'm on the women's bowling team," and they're like, "Oh, wow, you guys are really good." I'm like, "You guys know that?" Like, it's very unique because most places you go, like, they were like, "Oh, you bowl? Okay." But yeah, it's like Jillian said, it's more rewarding just because you know that there are people watching and there are people that care about you.
What's that like being the only Big Ten bowling school?
I mean, I think it's great,
I think it's
personally.
Would you guys like to see some of the Big Ten schools, or no? Do you not even worried about it? Not your business. You don't care. They can do what they want.
I think it would be really cool just from
Yeah.
like a competition aspect.
Yeah.
And just kind of getting also just I think it would open up a lot for the sport. I like
Mhm.
being the only Big Ten school now because we get a lot of awesome stuff that not a lot of other schools
We get
get.
some
And so
Big Ten TV time. That's for sure.
exactly. I think too that kind of helps us like kind of have a competitive edge too, just with everything that we're provided here. And that's really awesome. But I think that if we kind of got it more involved, I think it would open up a lot of other opportunities for the sport of bowling in general, and I think
Mhm.
that would be really awesome. I think more people would be involved in it from a younger age, kind of
Yeah.
be looking to go to those schools, and then also just that competition on that aspect. So yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
guys feel like it's growing at all? And I'll start with you, Kayla, since you're the younger of the group here. Do you feel like the
Mhm.
sport is growing in the right direction?
Yeah, I think so. I think recently they've been putting a lot of emphasis just especially into the Kids Bowl Free program. That's how I got started bowling, and so I've seen a little bit of what they've been doing recently, and more people are, like, starting to talk about their stories and how they started bowling, and so, I mean, I hope that people are bowling more, obviously, but yeah.
Do you guys do any camps and stuff like that with young? Because I feel like that'd be awesome, especially for people, like me. Like, hey, I'm trying to
Mhm.
get to a point where, it's not embarrassing. Bowl to a certain extent where I feel pretty good about it at the end of the day. Would that be something you guys be interested in, or does it already happen?
I mean, I have before just for, like, a little kids summer camp,
Mhm.
but, like, I think it would be super cool if we had a camp just to get people, like, to expand their knowledge, not even just like, "Oh, I bowl for fun," but like, "Hey, this is what you need to just get a little bit better." And then I think it would open people's eyes to college bowling more too.
Yeah.
What's one thing if someone's trying to improve their bowling game, they're amateur at best, that you're like, you know what? Don't worry about the oil and all that stuff. Like, let's just get you on the right form at least. Like, what's a simple thing that rookie amateur bowlers can dial in on if they're even just trying to play with their friends and come out on top?
I'm always like a get your hips and your forearm where you want the ball to go. Just make sure they're both pointed there. So you want it to go towards the head pin, make sure that everything is pointed at the head pin. So yeah.
Yeah. Walk straight, swing straight. Basically the same thing. But yeah.
How much is that muscle memory? Like, is that something where it just takes reps and reps and reps that you guys just do over and over again?
I think so. I feel like once you like reach a certain age and you've been bowling for so long, it's like your game kind of gets solidified. Not that you can't make changes to it because you certainly can, but it's kind of like your body just gets so used to doing like your natural timing a certain way. And so, yeah, it's kind of nice because you can lose it, but it's kind of harder to, I guess.
Kind of like golf. You see that with
Mhm.
like someone golfing, and then especially here in Nebraska, it gets cold unless you got a golf simulator or you're paying money to go hit up a golf simulator. You're a little bit rusty coming back when the weather gets warm. Let's talk about workouts, because I know you guys actually you get in the gym, you guys lift, you guys do some cardio as well. I think I even heard Amar Smith Spates and Gwen talking about running stairs, or maybe I can't remember if it was in the Bob Devaney. I think they had to run some stairs. What does that look like for you guys? Give me the bowling workouts.
Yeah, no, freshman year we ran the stairs in Devaney. Yeah, like through the whole volleyball court. It was actually awesome. I loved it. We did it like every Friday. It was amazing. But yeah, we're in there Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
At Hawks.
Yeah, we're at
Yeah.
Hawks now or Alloy.
Mhm.
In the stadium. Really nice. They actually just upgraded that whole facility, so absolutely amazing. Beautiful in there. We just kind of got into the swing of things. But for us, I think it's a lot more functional fitness. Just kind of what's required for bowling isn't typically what you would think, so it's actually a lot more legs and core just to kinda make sure, because especially the rotational, like effort that we have to use and the strain that we put on our body in that way. We want to make sure we're prepared for that so that we can prevent injury. So yeah, I don't know if you want to talk about some stuff.
We ran in the sand today.
We did.
Oh my Lord.
Yes.
So you guys are really going after it.
We were. Yeah.
That was pretty hard.
Mhm.
After I was winded. I think most of the team was. We're all just sitting there like, ooh, that was a lot harder than it looks. Because at first you're like, oh, okay, we're running in the sand. That can't be that hard. And then you just keep going. You're like, oh, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, running in sand. I know there's a football program, Aquinas. They're a pretty dominant football program. And the number one thing, I know it's a trademark of theirs, their conditioning is always in the sand. They condition in the sand and it shows up. Those guys, for a high school team, like it's incredible how in shape they always are. What about some of the lifts? You guys touch a lot of lower body. How often are you guys lifting and how often are you guys doing cardio?
We're like 3 days a week for lifting. And then when we get into the real season, like that starts October 1st, we'll add in some like optional workouts that end up being more cardio based. And then sometimes too, we'll lift on the weekends too. It just depends on the situation. But yeah, so we do most of our like heavier lifts and whatnot on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. And then we hit that cardio Tuesday, Thursdays. But we lift at 6:30. So it's a little rough, but we're there. We enjoy it. Wakes us up, ready for the day.
I was going to say, do you guys enjoy kind of the lifting and that atmosphere? Because every athlete's a little bit different. Some people just want to go straight to bowling. Not to say that they're not going to take the lifting seriously. They're still going to do it and be prepared and make sure they're doing the right things. Do you guys kind of enjoy that part, getting into the gym and doing all that?
I mean, I love it. I think it's kind of like a way to know that you're improving yourself at something off of the lanes. It always puts me in a good mood. I mean, I don't necessarily love waking up at 5:30 sometimes, but once I do, usually I feel better because of it. Yeah. I don't know. I like it.
I love it too. Favorite part, med ball slams. Get out all the anger. They're like 7:15 in the morning. I'm slamming that med ball as hard as possible, sprinting, just getting it all out. But no, I love lifting. I love working out. I just think it's a great release. Yeah.
Morning workouts or night workouts? What do you guys prefer?
Morning. Yep.
I'm the same way. Yeah, I dread it if it's going to be later in the day.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, we're going to throw it to our final break here. On the other side, I want to talk about that training table because I hear just amazing things about it. I know they upped it and kind of just hearing on what I hear from the athletes. I don't know if there's any school, especially in the Big Ten, that necessarily beat it right now. We'll see what UCLA, USC, those teams that joined Oregon, Washington got. But I do hear a lot of great things from Nebraska's training table. So don't go anywhere. We're going to keep it rolling here on Ticket Weeknights. One more segment on the debut of Spare Time with a couple of Nebraska bowlers right here on Ticket Weeknights.
Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a slight chance of showers and storms this morning. Otherwise, probably the mostly sunny skies expected. An afternoon high around 85. Tonight, mostly clear skies with an overnight low around 58. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies return. We'll see a high around 77. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
You've seen them come and go. Franchise testosterone clinics that pop up and then whoosh, they're gone. These franchise clinics quickly find out it's not easy to compete with Limitless Male. Limitless is locally owned and operated with a flawless protocol that has elevated them to be the best in men's testosterone replacement and sexual performance. By adding GLP-1s, our patients are losing weight in a healthy way. To feel your optimal best, schedule a free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
In today's digital landscape, the security of your business is non-negotiable. That's why you need better cybersecurity solutions. At Hamilton, we make it our business to protect your network, data, and digital assets with the latest in cybersecurity technology. Our dedicated team of experts has the technology in place to protect what matters most to you and your business. Stay ahead of cyber threats with better cybersecurity protection. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Riddles Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddles Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddles Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest, and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddles Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddles Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddles inside Gateway Mall.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment of Spare Time with Jillian Martin and Kayla Starr, a couple of Nebraska bowlers. And again, this will be regular programming every Monday from 9 to 10 p.m. You guys can catch these guys. Where can they follow you on Twitter if they want, or X, excuse me, if they want to do that?
I can't say that I have Twitter.
I don't have Twitter
Yeah, I
either.
don't have it.
We're Instagram girls.
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook.
Okay, you got your Instagram handles on the top of your head?
Jillian Martin Bowling.
I'm Kayla.star28.
Kayla, absolutely. Give them a follow if you guys want to check them out throughout their career. You guys can definitely do that. Do you guys post a lot of bowling stuff on you guys' social media, or do you kind of keep it, bowling here, personal life on Instagram?
I try to do a good mix of both, just to show that I don't just bowl 24/7. Like I do like other things, try to have balance.
I post mainly bowling. I'm the one that bowls 24/7.
Hey, I mean, if that's your life, that's your life, right? Especially when you're good at it and you're in a program like Nebraska, it makes a lot of sense. All right, we teased the training table. Guys, you guys can pick which one starts. I hear a lot of good things about it. Give me the training table experience here at Nebraska.
I'm a big fan. I mean, I was here this summer for Summer Bridge, so I did eat at the old training table a little bit. Obviously, that was still pretty good. But this new training table, it's really
That's perfect.
good.
What's the upgrade then? Since you got to see a little bit of the old and then you immediately got to see the new, what's the upgrades you noticed?
I think there's just a lot more options.
I hear they got Froyo
Yeah,
over there too.
it's really good. Really good. Mixed with some M&Ms. I think brownies. We mixed with brownies one day.
Is someone like cut you off? I feel like I'd overeat. I'll be honest. Like that feels like there's so many good food options. I'd have a hard time stopping.
I think because we have access to it, it's like better. But like I think if I only got to eat trading table one time a week, that one time a week I would go crazy.
That's true. You guys get there, and then we talked about you guys get your Sunday brunch as well.
Yeah, we do get Sunday brunch. So that's also a new addition, which has been absolutely amazing. So yeah.
Give me your favorite items as of now. They're probably going to keep throwing some other great ones out there, but like you see the training tables got that day. You guys are fired up. Give me some of your favorites.
The other day they had we have like an area where like the chefs are able to like make us stuff right in front of us, and I had some really good orange chicken.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't think I found a new favorite. The salmon's always reliable, and I really like the acai they have for breakfast. But today, it was so funny. I went in there for lunch. I'm thinking, oh, I'm just going to get a nice lunch. Walked out with a plate, had a lamb chop on it. But the lamb chop, for some reason, I was expecting it to taste like duck, like my brain confused the two meats. But the lamb chop was cooked absolutely amazing, still on the bone. Absolutely delicious.
Is that common? Have you had duck before?
I have had duck. I really like duck.
Okay. What does it taste? I don't think I've ever had duck.
I don't know how to explain it.
Is it
It has to
gamey?
be like cooked right. No, I don't think so. I think it's more on like the salty side.
Okay.
But maybe training table will bring out duck soon.
Honestly, they might have it up their sleeve. That
I
feels
know.
like they're at the point where they could try anything. Kayla, what's your favorites? Things that you absolutely love as of now? Like I said, they're probably going to keep rolling out great things in front of you. You said orange chicken.
Mhm.
What else?
I really like their vegetables. Like sometimes at home I do have a hard time eating vegetables because I'm like, oh, I don't want to eat a raw vegetable. Like the broccoli, it's just always good. Fruit is so fresh. Like you can never go wrong. Like I get a bowl of fruit every single time I go. And I'm like, wow, I eat so much better at school than I do when I'm at home. Like I was like, wow, food here is it's always like good, high quality, healthy food. So yeah, literally everything is good. You can't really.
No.
I haven't had anything that I'm like, oh, I'm not eating that.
Not yet. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, and I'm kind of picky. Not
Yeah.
super picky, but I'll try things.
She's
picky. No.
You said she's
I'm
picky.
not
What
that
makes
bad.
you say that? Everybody, there's always like one thing they hear, like maybe they don't like mayonnaise, maybe they don't like
I eat
broccoli.
all my
What you do-
sauces, all my vegetables.
This girl, okay, she used to be a lot less picky. She's on this new thing where she's like trying one new thing.
Okay.
It used to
So
be like
she's
food,
maturing.
but it's like other stuff now too. But like she like maybe it's not that she's picky, but she'll always just go back to like
My
two main
favorite
food
things.
groups: Chick-fil-A and Chipotle. This girl,
It used to only be Chipotle too.
okay, yeah, she's branched out to Chick-fil-A, but with the first week we got here for school, she was staying with me at my apartment, and we went to Chick-fil-A, and she used her Husky Bucks to get 60 nuggets.
I had a lot of money left
and she just left them in the fridge, and she just ate them
throughout
like
the week.
yeah.
I'll eat them before work.
And that's just all she ate, pretty much.
That's not true. You make grilled cheese. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and Cane's. So chicken, fried chicken.
Yeah, I'm a chicken person.
Hey, chicken's good. I can't even fight that one. I like some Chick-fil-A myself. All right. But that being said, that's going to wrap it up for us. Again, shout out to Jillian Martin, Kayla Starr. This was their first show. It's not going to be the last. They're going to be doing this indefinitely for right now. I don't think we have quite an end date yet. But again, this could be Monday from 9 to 10 p.m. every Monday for Ticket Weeknights. Appreciate you guys listening. We'll do it again next week. Have a great rest of your night.